welcome back to Dad's channel. Dad's currently away at work, but I've gotten bored, so I'm deciding to slot this together. I don't know much about it. I know I bought it at Weston Park a couple of years ago, but I'm just going to get on with it. This is what's inside the box. Comes with a fuselage, tailplane, fin, everything. Got a canopy there, instructions, wing. It's just about everything's put together. The only thing you need to do is glue the tailplane on, which I've already done. The next thing you need to do is get some servos in that hole there for the tailplane and rudder. There's holes all over it for all different things. I'm going to turn this one into a slope soarer. So, got a hole there for what I don't actually know what that's for. Got a hole underneath, also don't know what that's for. I'm probably not going to need them, but I'm going to turn it into a slope soarer. So it's going to look a little bit like that. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with that. So what you've seen me do there is take out some bits of the foam on the inside to make sure that battery can fit. Make this hatch so it's glued on but can still open. Made a nose block which I'm going to glue onto there but not yet. So that's going to look a bit like that and have it open up there, and then I'm going to have something here holding it down. I'm thinking of using a battery for AA pack, but the next thing I need to do is get some servos in there and then get things connected up. I'm going to need to melt some holes through here to get to somewhere here, because this is where the receiver's going to be. So I'm going to need to melt through there somehow, not entirely sure how, so that I can get leads from here to here. Once everything's working, get CG done, but that's it for right now. So this is where I've got to so far. I've got a hatch attached, that rhymes, got a nose block glued on and painted to a colour that I liked, and then got that opens up. I'm gonna have the battery and receiver in there, which I already said, and then servos back there. Got the tailplane glued on. That's all done. So now what I'm gonna do is get some servos in and get it all connected up. you've seen what I've just done there. Got these servos in, all connected up at this end as well, so everything does move. Got hatch. I've got all the leads going into there because that's where I'm going to have the receiver. See, because it's now a slope sorter and it's meant to be for electric, it needs some weight up the front, so I've got a 4 AA pack at the front. Receiver is going to be there. I had to melt some holes through there to there, from there to there, to get the leads through. And now I'm going to get everything connected up and have everything working, and then the next bit will be at getting test glided.
Okay, so since the last video, you said that what you're going to do next is connect up the leads and take it for a test glide.
Yeah.
So what's happened since then?
I've taken it for a test glide, found that the CG was slightly wrong, so I came back, finished sanding up the front and get a canopy onto it.
Okay, that front bit wasn't there in the last video.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
So, but you've cut it back. Why have you cut it back?
This bit must have been here in the last video.
No, it was only a dumpy little thing.
I've cut it back to here because with how it was before, I had to melt out so much out of here to get a battery to fit that this just became all flimsy.
Yeah.
So instead of keeping it flimsy, I cut it back.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of glue into it to hold a block on the front. Sanded the block to a random shape that looked about right. Sanded out the inside so battery and receiver can fit. Battery there, receiver there can fit in.
Yeah.
And now I just need to build a canopy for it.
Okay, so you said the CG was out.
Yep.
How do you know the CG was out?
Because when I launched it, it would like tip up slightly and then like sink.
Okay, so what is that CG?
Tail heavy.
Tail heavy. Okay.
So when I launch it, it'll tip up, and instead of just dropping the nose as if it was stalling, it'll tip up and sink.
Okay. So what have you done to improve that? Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
You haven't brought the CG forwards. Okay. So what are you going to be doing on it now then?
I need to make a hatch for it. But
Where's the original hatch?
the original hatch is gone because I put it in the bin because it melted.
Right.
Why are you pulling a face?
You didn't tell me this. Why did it melt?
Because I tried to cut out a bit of the canopy for the battery to fit in.
Okay, what did you use to melt out the canopy, Ewan?
Foam, the wire and the blowtorch to get up the wire to melt it out.
Okay.
Why?
So you need to make a new hatch.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to make a new hatch.
Yeah.
And then just connect it all back up again and check for balance and do another test glide.
Yeah.
Right.
And then throw it off a hill.
Okay. So I'm going to interject here. Ewan, in this little segment, you might have noticed, is a bit sort of nervous on camera. Aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he hasn't done it that much. But if you weren't aware, this little project, I was unaware that Ewan was doing it. To an extent, I knew you sent me a message saying, "Can I do this while you're away at work?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, it's fine. It's your airplane. You do what you want." I wasn't aware that he was filming everything that he was doing, and if I'm perfectly honest, one, he's done a good job with the model, and two, he's done a good job with the filming.
Yeah.
Okay, and he can only get better. Does more film. He'll do more filming of stuff that he's doing. He'll get better at talking to the camera because there isn't actually anybody there. It's just my phone. If you will. Yeah.
But
that's what you've got to get over. Okay.
It just feels like this. It just feels good.
Yes, and I went through that. If you lot watching this, go right back to the early days of this channel. I was doing exactly the same thing as what he was doing. I've now got over that, and I'm just talking to a little camera there, and I'm just talking about stuff. Anyway, this glider, he's done a really good job. I'm proud of what he's done. I'm not quite sure how he's going to build a canopy for it yet, but we have got a little bit of EPP behind us, which he can possibly cut a slither off and make a canopy out of. And then, as he says, he can go and test glide it again. But I suspect we'll finish it off and test glide it in another video. So from myself and Ewan, here in the workshop, how do you finish off a video?
I can't remember. Something about see you later or something.
Yeah, we'll speak up as well.
Is that what you said though?
From myself and Ewan, here in the workshop, we'll see you next time.
Right, see you next time.
Got that?
Yeah.
Right, you try.
From myself and Dad here in the workshop, we'll see you next time.
Yes. Well, catch you later.